Hey guys, it's Night Flame, and today, guys, I will be reviewing The Walking Dead issue number 144. This is the big issue before, I guess, the San Diego Comic Con. So, Kirkman always likes to have a lot of buzz in San Diego Comic Con. So, this issue comes out before San Diego Comic Con. And is it crazy? We'll find out. So, spoilers will happen, and let's get into this issue. So, the comic opens up with Arfra. She's talking to Rick, and she showed Rick the zombie herd she has. She told Rick that basically if he doesn't leave her alone, she can unleash everybody towards him and they will all be dead. She also criticizes Rick about how he created this make-believe land. When all of the world is destroyed, he has this little peaceful place, and that's not making anybody stronger. It's making them weaker, in fact, because they're not prepared for, I guess, the horror. So Rick, he tells Arfra that, people should be in peace. They shouldn't just, be experiencing horror their whole life, and that her people are crazy because, people aren't animals and they shouldn't be living like animals. So Arfra completely just goes on Rick, and she's like, you know what? Animals survive, and my people are animals, and I'm happy with that because they're strong, and animals need a leader, and I'm their leader. So they're arguing, and then she lets Rick off the hook, and she tells Rick to take Carl with her, or else she'll cause a war between the two groups. So Rick is like, you know what, Carl, you're coming with me either way. I don't care. Stop being a little baby about it, and let's go. And that's when Carl, makes a big revelation about how basically he doesn't want to leave because Lydia basically gets raped every night, and Arfra doesn't stop it because she thinks that rape is something, that is, I guess, it's natural and it shouldn't have such a big effect. It's like not a big deal for her. So Rick just completely loses it, and he's like, you know what, you're crazy, you're insane. And then Arfra has this, I guess, a fight with Lydia because Lydia ends up crying, and she's like, you know what, Mom, you never really treated me as your daughter, you never protected me, you're just not a good mother. So Arfra just slaps Lydia, and she begins crying, and she's like, you know what, Rick, take her and do a better job on protecting her better than I do. Just leave and take her. So Rick takes Lydia and Carl. They don't end up doing anything, but then Rick is a little, afraid of what happened because he saw that Arfra's sword was bloodied, so he knows somebody died. So he ends up seeing if it was either Michonne, Dante, or Andrea. He's a little afraid if it was either them, but at the end we find out it wasn't, them. But apparently it was a lot of people, and a lot of people end up dying thanks to Arfra. Arfra ends up killing people all over, from Alexandria. She kills at first a bunch of C-list characters like we really didn't know existed, but at the end she ends up killing Rosita, which I was like, what the hell? And the biggest one was Ezekiel. And that's where Rick is like snaps, and he's like, that's it, basically I'm going to cause a fight against Arfra, and this is it. She really can't do this to my people. We'll see what happens. So that's where the issue ends, and next month we'll find out what's gonna happen with The Walking Dead. But yeah, crazy issue. So what did I think about this issue of The Walking Dead? Let's find out. I like this issue, I really did. And it wasn't just because of the whole oh my god factor. It was actually because of the character development we got from Arfra. We find out that she really isn't a bad character. That she really deeply cares for her daughter, but she doesn't want to show anything. She has to stay strong, and she really wants to be strong. So we see more of a emotional side from her, which was great. And I think her having a conversation with Rick was interesting about how she thinks that people should be exposed to the horrible ways or the horrible experiences of the new world. And she says that Rick shouldn't really protect these people because they're not ever going to be strong, and I think that's a little bit right. But yeah, it was an interesting conversation between them. I like that. I like the whole revelation we got. And at the end I was like, wow, at first when people started dying, I was like, okay, that's whatever. But then when we got to Rosita and to Ezekiel, I was like, okay, yeah, that's crazy. I was completely just blown away. And yeah, I think it's interesting. It's a great setup. Especially, what hurt me the most was Rosita's death because she was pregnant and now she is dead. Like, what the heck? And also, she has been surviving for almost like 50 issues, so or almost 100. So it's disappointing to see her, die. So we'll see what happens in the next issue. But I'm completely hooked. Walking Dead has been a little slow as of late, but with this issue, it just completely went 100% up on speed. Also, I gotta point out that Arfra might not have been the person who killed him, even though she had a bloody sword. It just, she might have killed somebody else or something else, because, she seems like she's not that type of person to do it. Even though she puts off this like macho kind of like, oh, I'm a badass, strong person. It just seems like she is not someone who could actually kill so many people. But we'll find out who did. It's probably her, but I'm just saying, maybe in like small, unlikely kind of way, it might not be her. But other than that, I'm completely hooked. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I couldn't, read anything after this. I was like, wow, this is really dark, and it just completely left me speechless. But yeah, great issue. And if you're a big fan of The Walking Dead, I think you should pick it up. But if you're a new reader, I think you should pick up the trade paperback for this. I think if you just jump directly into this, you might not really get the whole story. But yeah, great issue. So I gave this issue of The Walking Dead a 10 out of 10. And yeah, Kirkman completely let everything out like one day before San Diego Comic-Con. So that was completely insane. But anyways, yeah, great issue. You should definitely pick it up. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this video. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.